Welcome to Robot on the Rocks, episode... and we will be doing a review of actually a new toy. Will, do you remember the name of the drink that I had us drink tonight? What was the drink?
Bulldozer.
It was the Red Bulldozer.
That's a orange bulldozer.
Will?
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Here we go.
That's a red bulldozer.
That is our Red Bulldozer.
It's more of orange. Derusted?
That's what he is.
He's arrested.
So this is Voyager Class Studio Series Rampage, based on the character that appeared in the Revenge of the Fallen movie.
It's like any kid's like tractor, trailer, bulldozer toy. Now, do bulldozers have this kind of a cab?
You know what? I drove by one today on the way to this apartment, and I looked over where they've been taking down all those trees, and there was one of these, like, exactly. So yes, they do, in fact.
That just looks like something that would be on a John Deere.
Now, the thing about Michael Bay is that he typically uses real-world stuff. Now, occasionally he'll distort it.
So this is from the Bayverse.
Yes. So I love the Bayformer designs from the first three movies. Mm-hmm. They are so bananas. The movies themselves may be, but you will never see anything like them ever again.
So, okay, he's got a little
bit, and I don't know, do I have it down? Yeah. The wheels on this are actually genius, the way they work for the transformations.
Yeah, it's got a little ball wheel thing.
And it's got these wheels here, which they all retract for the different modes.
Okay,
It just is a bulldozer.
Yeah, it's...
Like, what else can you say about it?
That's why I'm trying to get into it, but I'm not able to get into it. The treads don't move.
Which there are some Transformers that treads move, but that's rare.
It's relatively, like, immovable. Like, it's just...
a brick.
Yeah.
So I will complain about the gaps.
The gaps in between what?
Yeah. You see that? You can see my finger through there.
Okay.
Like, and admittedly, this figure does actually do a lot, so I forgive it.
I'm gonna give it a rock. Just one rock.
You're actually gonna negative review
It's
this.
really boring.
Now, bear in mind, this can't be a beast mode. It can't have articulated arms or legs or
Right,
heads.
but it can have... There are pieces to this that have potential, but it's not doing a thing, and it's adding to its boringness. These yell, "Grab me, I'm a fucking sword." Those look like something you could just, like, whip out and, like, kill some bitches, but...
This is their second go on this, and there's notoriously with Bayverse figures, it doesn't take until they make a second figure of a character for them to really nail it. I think for the bulldozer mode, they nailed it. I would like it, though, if the canopy had some feature, because it's got space in there. If you pull this down, if you could actually put a guy in there. So I brought our little Gary Busey action figure here.
Is he gonna fit?
He doesn't. And
I was gonna say, he's a little big for that.
He is a little, and it's a shame, because if Gary Busey could drive a bulldozer, that would be a good movie.
It is just a bullshit
bulldozer. It's a bulldozer. I will give it a generous, admittedly, 2 robots.
That's very generous.
All right, robot
That's
mode.
So nice of you. Yes, let's go
robot
to robot mode.
Okay, let's get
this shit
Busey out of there.
I have a feeling this is how he feels like his life is. Or God, I can never remember.
Nolte?
No, Michael.
Creighton?
No, Michael
Keaton.
from Michael from A Good Place.
Oh, Ted Danson.
Yeah, that could be Ted Danson.
I feel like it looks too effed up to be Ted Danson.
Well, I mean, yeah, Ted Danson is a perfect person. Like, everything about him.
This is amazing.
I mean, that jaw. It's the jaw.
Does
everything.
it make you wet?
It does. It does. It makes my anal gland seep.
Like you just ate those baked potato chips that gave everyone anal seepage?
Is this important?
It's very important, actually. There's a very important thing the figure could not do if not for that piece.
Stand?
Yeah.
You know what? I identify as this action figure right now.
You are that action figure right now.
You know why?
Why?
his life is just spiraling out of control. And he has nothing.
It's slow motion torture
to stop it. It's just going.
All
and
right.
You're just watching it all unravel all at once.
So here's the robot mode for Revenge of the Fallen Rampage. Oh, he got stuck.
He is pretty big. He's okay. Is this that? What the? Okay, so is this? He keeps getting stuck. I really don't remember him from the movie, to be quite honest.
You wouldn't.
Is he supposed to be levitating? Is that what that's supposed to be? Like,
so he sort of has this jackhammer body shape. In the movie, he actually had, for a Bayverse Decepticon, he actually kind of had a big role.
Mm-hmm.
He showed up when Sam had the sock full of the Matrix for all the intelligence that means.
that sounds like a great Saturday night when you're alone.
Sam had to sort of negotiate with this guy while Bumblebee got in position to attack him.
Okay, and he had a sock full of mysterious substance. Because we don't know what the Matrix is made out of.
It's made of transformium.
I don't care that you know that. I want to know what transformium comes from.
Cybertron, because in the fourth
Okay,
movie...
is that like their form of like cobalt? Diamonds?
It's just what they're made of.
Oh, that's what everyone's made of.
So I'm assuming that's what the Matrix is made of.
So the
similar to carbon.
Okay, I can go with that.
He's trying to put a scientific twist on a Bayverse film.
For real though. Okay.
Joy thought he was an evil tree.
The front half is cool.
Right.
Then once you get past that, everything goes wrong.
Once you get to the back, yes, it's just
The side
a
and the
jumble
back
of
look
bulldozer
bad.
parts.
Because the side looks bad because you got all this back kibble back here. And the back looks bad because it's just like you got all this awesome intricate detail, and then all of it just disappears on the back. It's just like, we had to just kind of put this shit somewhere. Let's just put it back here.
One of the problems is this doesn't have elbows. It's another Constructicon that doesn't have elbows. However, he is really good at pointing. He's great at pointing. And I kind of like that.
You're gonna knock someone over. Nope.
You know what I hear when I see this pose on this toy? I hear Dr. Claw.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Yeah, he doesn't have the elbows, but the whole pointing thing, I don't know why it gets me. Like the way his head looks at things and the giant creepy...
Does his head articulate?
He's actually got two joints in the head there. He's got side-to-side swivel and then a ball joint right at the base of the head.
Ball joints! Did I let some air out of his pockets?
He's got some really sexy ratcheting.
I want to like him because he's got so much to him, but it's just not... It's not tickling my taint.
Yeah, he doesn't have elbows. Yeah, he's got this weird jackhammer body.
And he's got these weird things going on with the treads. It's
Well-
like arm guards or some bolt.
This bothers me because these were supposed to be whips in the movie, but they don't really get into position for him to use his weapons. This is the second try for this figure, and for me, I think they nailed it, and there's a reason why I give it a lot of passes, and I'll get to that in a minute, but there's some really, like, so for those of you that will actually be buying this figure, I bought it, the instructions are no help, but I will tell you that while it's a very complicated transformation, it actually makes a lot more sense after you do it, and it's a lot simpler.
Now, one thing I want you to notice,
Okay.
as you were holding this up, how you were holding it was very Bayverse-esque. The lens flares.
I noticed that because he's got, and there's sort of there's fewer screws on this toy. Like there's a couple here, but he's got a lot of these flat metal pins. He's got a lot of them,
And they're shiny.
and they're very shiny. And I
It's
kind
probably
of
for lens flares.
It
Because
m-
Michael Bay was like, we need, we
More
don't
lens
have
flares.
enough lens flares in the movies. We need them in the toys.
he's not my favorite of the Constructicons, but one of the things I loved about the Constructicons was their freakish nature. Like, one of the things I loved about the Bayformers in general is that they were willing to go out and do things that you didn't see. So this could just be like some background demonoid character. He's not going to be like your absolute favorite. Man, he's going to look good in a team. Because he's part of a team.
I want him to levitate.
He would have, like, if he did a levy mode, like, sort of a... That would actually look like a genie.
Phenomenal cosmic powers!
That would be a Final Fantasy boss right there.
This isn't intentional, but I think this base, because, I mean, you need it to make him stand, but I think it would be a pretty sweet ninja star. So
that would actually like I know he's based off of Jackhammer, which is actually pretty kind of cool, I guess, because he's a Constructicon.
These pistons do actually come off. Those sword handles you wanted. It's kind of weak.
What the fuck is it? What did it do?
It becomes a gun. Yeah.
That is not a gun.
It's not supposed to go here. You can kind of shove it in this little vent piece.
Shove it in there.
It kind of gives him a neat little, like, Optimus Prime shoulder. The wheels on this toy are genius, because they lock into either the position where they work or the position where they're out of the way. This mode, for me, it's not as fun of a figure to play with, but it does have some unique stuff it can do. I'm going to give it 2.5 robots.
I'm probably going to give this, like, 2 robots, maybe.
2 robots?
Like, the front half is actually pretty cool. I like all the details that they add to it.
The instructions are horrible, dude. You cannot figure out what they're trying to tell you. Like, usually I do stuff without instructions. I couldn't do this with instructions.
5 hours later.
Shut up, SpongeBob narrator. There you go. Mode 3.
The fuck is that?
That is a foot.
Combiners are cool until you see the pieces by themselves. Literally, if you cut my foot off and put it on the table, it's the same thing that is right
And they would both be red. So yes, this is not the yellow Constructicon that joined with Devastator in the movie. Yes, it is just one chunk right now.
And he has a knee cannon.
And he has well, that's the calf, actually. I don't know what it is with Michael Bay and obsession with two-toed robots, but I love it. I did a few different things. These little pieces on the inside were actually folded up on top, and you could plug this in on bottom, and the head would have to go up there. I don't know. This is my own formation. I put the little cannons on the front there so he could shoot you with his foot. And, yeah.
He should have a knee cannon.
That is, well, the front of the leg doesn't exist yet.
But he should have a knee cannon.
Or a calf cannon.
Are you going to bend your knee backwards to have a cannon?
I'm not a robot. I don't know if you can tell, because this is just a foot and ankle. This combiner is going to be freaking huge.
Yeah, it's... Well, okay, how far up the leg does this go?
That's the knee.
I could assume that's double that. So
on
he'd be
this
up
thing.
to, like, this mic.
Yeah, he's going to be friggin' huge.
Okay. Are we going to do that? Are we going to review that?
This is the first one that's come out. I pre-ordered one of the others, and I don't know what's up with
So
the other ones.
are we going to be reviewing these as they come out?
Over the course of the next year as they get released, yeah. We're going to slowly watch this thing get built. Obviously, we can't really rate the combiner based on this. I will say that for a combiner foot, it's got ankle tilt.
Articulating ankle.
You could make it taller if you wanted to. Yeah, this thing's going to be a beast. As far as a foot goes, that's like a 3.5 to me, because that's a friggin' killer foot.
I mean, I'd like to have that as a foot.
If you transform it incorrectly, you can drop the little wheels down, and you could actually have a rolling foot.
Okay.
So, if that was your prerogative, I don't know if that's going to be the same case with Long Haul, which is going to make the other foot. But at least this one's going to have the roller skating
That would
thing.
be cool.
Yeah.
If they did, then you can have a roller skating combiner.
Yeah. Well, he walks on all fours, though. So, but he could at least have wheelie back feet. So we kind of see...
He'd be like a dog who has, like, paralyzed rear legs.
So they just
drag those
glued
bitches.
on some rollerblades. Call that be fine. So we kind of see why he's got the kibble now, because the third mode demands some things of the toy that it wouldn't have needed otherwise.
I guess. I would give this, like, I don't know how to...
It's a
Rate
hard
a
thing
foot?
to rate. Yeah, how do you rate a foot?
A tentative 3.
All right.
Because I see the potential, but we'll see.
All right. So ends our review of Voyager Class Studio Series Rampage. Thank you guys for watching, and we look forward to building the rest of this monstrosity slowly over the course of it being released.